Just a quick video showing you guys my setup. So I have a Pearl system here with a bunch of different light sensor. I got a couple new light sensor here. I'll show you guys in a bit. Mounting plate, more sensors here. This is a standing desk. Got a little battery over there. You also see a Ethernet to Wi-Fi unit there. So this thing is powered and connected. You can see here, green A light is on, right? That means it's connected to the cloud. And got my laptop here where I can connect with the cloud there. I'm gonna connect the plate and the sensor mount on here. We got a little bit of sunlight left. Just over here, I have another setup. This is the analog light controller. This is a 0-10 volt light going to a solar light sensor there. The other one is a power light sensor. There's a DTH there. This and right here, that's a Wi-Fi unit. So this one is plugged into the wall there. This unit been sitting out here for several months now running, and it's just collecting light. I'm just testing the DLI function of it. So if it doesn't get the DLI target, that 0-10 volt light, the dimmable light LED will turn on and will supplement light sensor. So this just a quick video of my setup there. But right now, I'm not using this. But for this video shoot, I'll be using this setup with hopefully get some light here. All right, let's get started. So just go over a couple of Link4 Pearl light sensor selection here. This is the older version. I've been using the Apogee light sensor. So you kind of look at it, it's a smaller one. And for this one, this is what they call a 3-wire sensor, right? So there's 3 wires, right? You got this. Typically, the signal come here to the white wires. And then this is the shield, this is the ground. So you tie together and it goes like this and go to across the minus here to the plus. And that goes to the input module. You see here, there's 5 input, 1 to 5. It goes in there, right? So I put it out. Here you see plus minus, and here plus and these two minus. And I have a video on this. So this is the current one. Now the newer version of this one is, you got this one here. It's a little larger, functionally equivalent. See, it's larger, compare side by side, little larger sensing area. You look at multiplier. It's also multiplier 10. Let me go here. This one is also 10. This is the SQ100XSS. And this is just a newer for the Q100SS. So pretty similar, just a better sensing area. So this is the new and improved version. Also power, all 3 of these are power light sensor. Let me take this cover off. It's blue. So Apogee. This is a full spectrum sensor, SQ515. You notice right away the plug is a little bit different. This one, you see, come here and then the plug into here. The new one, same thing. It's this short from here to here. This full spectrum sensor here, it's like that, right? But otherwise, same. You still got the plug. You still got the screw here, and you look at the mounting plate, right? So this screw here, it goes into that hole. So it'd be like this when you mount it in, right? So typically, you take this and you mount it to another plate down here. Right, and then you mount this to here. You run your 3 screws here. Don't tie all the way. Leave a space between here and the mounting area underneath, either wood or a bent piece of aluminum. We also sell a special bracket if you need to. You can contact Link4. We order that as well. And then these 3 screws here are leveling screws, so you can tight tilt it like that. And there's a bubble here, right? You can mount it to make sure it's nice and level as you do it. And this one go right into here. Right in there, it does go pretty tight. So you take this and nice and tight, and then there's a compression gasket in there. Now, the big thing is you notice there are 4 wires on here. This is the different model, right? This is the full spectrum, both power sensor, but so this is the better one. And this one, 3 wire plus minus. This one, there's an extra wire, a red one. This is 24 volts DC, not AC, DC. Right, for the Pearl, everything 24 volt. We have 24 over here. So again, 24 volts DC. This one needs power. This one does not need power. Full spectrum. So the way you wire this up, same thing here. This go together, go to the minus. This white one go to the plus. There's also a multiply with this. Right, I will post up in the video what is the appropriate multiplier for this sensor is 0.8 or something like that. So I have two light sensor here, right? This is the older power light sensor. This is the newer one. They connected to 1 and 2. And again, you see, right, the black and the bare white goes together to the minus and the white go to plus, right? So that configure inside light and outside light, you see they're pretty close, right, to each other. The key thing in here is that the light multiplier is 10. Again, it's this value right here. All right. So this is the 2-wire, no power, goes to here, input module, inside and outside light sensor. I'm going to wire up the new light sensor. And that one, I need to bring 24 volts to it from here. I've wired up the full spectrum sensor, right? So I disconnect the outside sensor, which was that old power light sensor. And I'm using the new one, the full spectrum one. And that one, I just put it in input 2 before. And there, you can see the white wire go to the plus, and the black and the bare wire go to the minus before. Again, except this one, you need 24 volts. So the red wire goes over here and goes on the plus side. So that comes in, and you see here, 746 versus 585, around 600. It's getting a little lower. The sunlight, I'm losing sunlight slowly here. But you can see the full spectrum sensor really little higher than the old power light sensor. Units are in micromodes per meter square per second. The things in here is, if you look at the spec, and I could show a little bit later, but the input multiplier for this sensor is 0.8. You go down here, you go to input multiplier, and is 0.8. Lower number actually more sensitive, and so lower is better. The in light is 10 power light sensor. The outlight is the full spectrum sensor, but that's input multiplier. You got to set that correctly. Proper reading here. But the outside, which is then the different changes. You really play around and check the level of these light sensor. Right now, the sun getting dropped pretty low in the horizon, so you see a lot more sensitive now than before. I'll just leave it here and see how they track each other. I'll let it run a bit. Just show how the sensor, the red one at the top, one was higher than the other one, and it drops down as we're losing daylight. Now it's dusk. The full spectrum up a little bit, but you see the light coming through the trees there a little bit there, right? So you get on the sensor there, and then you see this up here and there. It gets fairly dark here. The power light sensor, there's a little bit of a, but so now all power sensor modes, the full is 5. You can see, go back to here, refresh that, right down at the end. All right. Again, 26 and 5, pretty dark, and it's 8 p.m. here in California. So just check again. Still got the some right there. See here, outlights 1 micromoles. It's the new micromole power light sensor. It's 21 micromoles. On here, press. We'll actually go this way. Right, 24 number jump. Right, 24 there. Sound a little bit pretty low. I mean, again, that full day sunlight, we well over 2,000 now. Down to 24. The full spectrum sensor obviously is a better sensor, so the dynamic range is higher. So it goes all the way down. This camera fairly sensitive at night, but trust me, it's actually darker than it looks right now. And if I were to graph this, click on the clear. You can see earlier we're doing there. Now it was around 5-6 o'clock. Right now it's 10, 11:30. All the way down. Blue line, that's the red line full spectrum sensor.